All right. How's it going, everybody? Celebrating 6 months of daily posting YouTube videos. Kind of excited about that. We're going to do some ladder ranking tonight. Started with a Kithkin deck. See how fast we can rank up a little bit. Season reset today. All right, we can start this. Get the elf out early. Evangelist can come down next turn. Ooh, Shelter by Ghost could be really good. I think we're just wait one turn for that. We can double spell next turn. Chocobo. All right, we can go after the Chocobo with this. Let's see here. We're going to go Shelter by Ghost on the bat. Go after the Chocobo. We'll attack in. Doing pretty good here. Tifa. All right. Think we... So they have 1 mana available. I think we do attack in. With those 3, we can drop this. Actually, let's attack in with everything. Because the battle cry really helps. Oh, we should have reordered that. A lot of damage coming through. See if they feel forced to block here at all. That might not be too bad of a block for us. Okay, it's indestructible. Drop our creature. Hold off on pumping that. We already got 4 damage in the air. Ooh, that's pretty good. They can drop 2 lands, technically, because of the Fabled Passage. See if they have another land in hand. They do have to make it pretty large, though, to go through everything. It does have trample. Okay. They can make it a 16 power if they drop land. Okay, they can make it 32 now by sacking escape tunnel. Oh, that's 34. I think they might have that then. 5 Exacxies? That's insane. GG. Good thing we started with nothing. Go for our next game. All right, opponent goes first. We'll try this. We are low on land, so it's a bit risky here. Collector's Vault. Let's try. See what they do here. All right. We just try to get that one out. They could just do a sweep here, which we'll just scoop if that's the case. Not a whole lot we could have done against that, though. Yep. I think we'll mix up the decks here. I think we're seeing what we're kind of seeing what we're going to play against. We'll try this one. I haven't played this one in a long time. All right, not a bad hand. The Earth King coming down next turn. We can actually Vestige into the Earth King. We'll do no blocks. See if they go after the elf. Badger Mole. Let's get this down. They can kill that right away. Two land available. No attacks. Alright, Hellkite. That's fine. You can double block the Higher Claw. Alright, take 4. It's an interesting choice on their side. Well, that's gonna be nice. Let's get this. We have 4 lands, so we can warp this in and get the Earth King. Get the Earth King, put it in play. We can start ramping as well. Okay, he's going to be drawing some cards here. Ooh, he can do quite a bit of damage here. This is an instant, so we might just want to keep that up. And turn. Doesn't have... Oh yeah, it does have reach, so we're good with flyers. So let's see if he just cast a Hellkite. We are just going to Archdruid Charm against the Hellkite if that's what they're doing. We'll do the +1/+1 counter on target creature. There we go. Alright, he killed our 1 creature, so we can't ramp. I mean, technically we can get our Sire out, which I think is actually probably the appropriate play. Rather than doing the 5 damage. This kind of assures us that we're not going to have a problem. With them just dropping some crazy stuff. Jeez. Till the end of turn. Alright. See what you do here. Well, we can cast everything here. Attack with our bear. they're at 5, 6, so they can't do their firebending. But that has firebending 4, so definitely plausible. Well, let's get this in. Let's attack him with that. We can keep our pollinator back. They have to block. Alright, they're going to try killing that. Does have first strike, so they might not be aware of that. Yep, don't think they realize that. Get our Vistage up. GG's. How's everybody doing tonight? All right, we go first here. We have a little bit of ramp with the roots. It's a little slow, though. We'll mulligan this. Much faster. Keep that. Let's get rid of that. Okay, it's Scavenger. We're playing the enchantment deck. Hopefully they don't have 2 mana, but that ain't gonna be enough. We'll just attack in. Hopefully they don't have Shelter by Ghost here. Doesn't really matter too much because we got the World Wagon coming up here. All right. That's not a big deal. See if he tries to attack it in. Doesn't. I'm going to hold off. Might just fire up the World Wagon next turn. Another Scavenger. That's actually a little scary. Especially if they drop like a Shelter. Yeah, so that's going to start growing pretty good. We need to get some of our payoff cards here real quick. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana available. Another World Wagon. They pretty much won this game. So we don't have a reach creature. And they have enough cards, they probably have something to pump it. One enchantment or something. They got her. Let's just go to like a Skeletons deck or something. Something tried and true. Get some quick wins in. All right, go first here. We do have turn 1, 2 play. Got some removal as well. Let's keep it. Get their miner out early. Alright. Might be playing the artifact deck, I guess we'll see. Shelter by Ghost can come in handy for that. Seam Rip also to get rid of the creatures. We'll see what they got going on. Authority of the Council, that's a rough card. I might just go after that with the Seam Rip. Man, we're a little stuck here, actually. Don't want them gaming life. Snare. Go after the Seam Rep. We're gonna Seam Rip again. I'm gonna put that in tapped, I think. Battlefront's very strong. Pinnacle. That's a rougher one for us. Awkward. Because now we can't convert this one. We might have just left that go. Oh, I didn't even notice they dropped a second council. Jeez, that a good turn. Yeah, that was part of the Battlefront. Hey, Mikey, how's it going? We're playing Orzhov Skeletons right now. Just kind of trying to find a deck to kind of fit our groove for the evening. Let's see here. We can do this into Shelter. We're gonna Shelter. Think Star Cage. Just hoping they don't have another way to remove this. Get him back down to 10. They only have one card in hand. They don't have a whole lot going on other than the Relic, which they can probably sack here. Okay. So we got another Shelter. Make them hard to target it. So 4, 5, 6, 7 damage we could do. Unfortunately, can't flash that in. Let's do... I think we almost need to hold on to that. Probably not the right choice. I probably should have cast at least an Nowhere to Run to pump it. I just want to make sure we can get rid of a Star Cage if they drop one this turn. Not that I have any creatures to put it on. They did get a Star Cage. That was a very solid play on their part. We have not been able to find our land, though. My turn? Well, that's solid. I mean, it's tap land, unfortunately, but we got one turn. We can hit Battlefront. Otherwise, we also got the cases that finally trigger. Purposing Bay, they're going to start getting their stuff going here. Let's hit the Battlefront here. Not great. Yeah, they're going to gain a bunch of life here. Those are probably some of our worst ones to actually hit. Get another Fire Crystal. Okay. That's okay. Tap. Well, this makes it a little more interesting. He did kill the one of that. We can shelter. Get some creatures back. It's 3 councils now. We can go after the Fire Crystal. We'll do that. We'll tack in there. Okay. Taps that down. Block 1 at least. Can I get rid of the creature? Star Cage. Alright, GG's. Triple Star Cage. Can't deal with. surprised we lasted that long on that game. Alright. We do have a turn 1, turn 2, turn 3 play. We'll keep it. Get the miner down right away. Stomping Ground is an interesting one. Okay, Weaver. We can just slow him down. We're playing the enchantment deck, it looks like. I think we put it on the miner. Let's do Sheltered by Ghost. Just to slow him down a touch. Well, they're just dead. GG's. All right. Get into the next game. Start this rolling. What is everybody up to this weekend? Having fun doing anything? Anybody excited for the new turtle set? I think there's a lot of good cards in there. Opponent goes first. We do have 1, 2, 3. This is kind of like our ideal hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep it. Alright, we got an aggro deck here. It is Rakdos, though, so that makes it kind of a little more interesting. Do I wait a turn to drop this? Probably not. We're going to be pretty aggressive here, I think. Okay. Momentum Breaker. Guess we have to go for that one, which also allows us to open up the Stash Skeleton. Let's do this, followed by that. We'll create, what do we want to do for this? They can pump these, which is annoying. I should have done that in the other mode. At least that's gone. Ooh, double attacking here. They can do 3 damage. We'll just do no blocks on this. We'll see what they do. Too much of an advantage for the scavenger, especially with that miner in play, and be able to give something double strike here. We got a lot going for us here, especially with the battlefront. We can get like a shelter by ghost. It's gonna be pretty good. Momentum breaker. Go after the spider. Okay, we gotta get something good here. Hey Dan, how's it going? Just started a little bit ago, so it's actually going pretty good. Ooh. Going better now. We got the shelter we were looking for. Seam rip case. I think we do that in the case, followed by the corpse. We'll attach the shelter here. We'll go after one of their burnouts. How about you, Dan? How's it going tonight? And that'll be enough to kill them. Oh, never mind. Didn't give them double strike yet. That's next turn. They gotta pull something out of somewhere. Alright, GG's. Yeah, we're just playing some Orzhov Skellies and celebrating 6 months of daily YouTube videos. Hey man, you gotta start somewhere. That's what it's all about. What set did you start with? Kind of curious. Which magic property or expansion or setter, I should say, got you into Magic? Hey Neil, how's it going? Good seeing you again tonight. Just started about a half hour ago. Playing some Orzhov Skellies, trying to rank up now that we're back down in the lowly platinums after being at Mythic. The leaderboard reset today. Not too bad of a hand. We'll keep this. We'll start out with the scavenger. Oh, we get the graphics bug going on here. Oh, that's a bummer. Yeah, sometimes you just get stuck at certain levels. I know it's interesting because those higher diamond levels, it feels like sometimes they could take forever, then all of a sudden you just burn through them in like no time. Well, hey Dan, how long ago did you start playing Magic? That'll tell me roughly what set it is. Sanctifier is actually probably a good one to go after here. Oh. We can drop another enchantment. We'll be able to grow the scavenger up. Okay. Bats. Alright, not a big deal. Courtyard down. We'll drop Corpses of the Lost. We'll grow this so that it's out of range of getting double blocked. Attack in. Well, that's cool. Yeah, so you came out probably during the Avatar set. That was a heck of a turn for them. I think we need another shelter. Ooh. They gain a ton of life there, too. No attacks. What's your, hey Neil, what's your favorite deck to try to ladder with? Kind of curious. Oh, that's a good score for them. No blocks. Hey, Apathy. Started with Avatar. Yeah, they're completely different styles of gameplay, but best of one versus best of three. We'll play that tapped. We can shelter this. Auto pay that. That goes back into play. We will attack here. Yeah, best of three is an interesting one because well, that was pretty good. Best of three is kind of more of, I call it more of the true form of Magic in the sense that you don't have swingy games like you do in best of one, because a lot of the decks that can do really good in best of one just are terrible in best of three, just because a lot of the sideboards can just hate against those decks. So you think about, like, you know, for instance, decks that rely on a graveyard. Well, a lot of the sideboards are sitting there with a whole bunch of rest in pieces in it and stuff like that to answer those cards, or those decks, I should say. Two casting codes. Wonder why he attacked there. Okay, we got another scavenger. Four damage between those two, and they're both first strike. No, just this one is first strike. Let's do this. Oh, did it go in the wrong? Okay. Before they get their creature back, if they double block, maybe that's not the worst. Ah, you started playing 96. Nice. I actually started in 90, it was either late 95 or early 96 as well. So we're very similar that way. That's awesome that you open that out of a pack. But, you know, the interesting thing, so Magic by Me was really hard to get. Um, so I started before 4th edition came out. It was, but you just couldn't find packs. I think the only thing you could really find packs for was Fallen Empire. And the first set that you really could get that was new that we could get packs for was 4th edition. But I did buy an old collection at the same time from somebody, not really old. It was only like a year old collection, but that thing had, you know, like 60 dual lands and a bunch of stuff in there, like a whole bunch of revised stuff. It didn't have any unlimited or earlier stuff in it. But I did end up collecting a lot of that stuff later on. We could double cast that. That's 4 onto that. Or do we just go... attack in, attack in. Be able to start putting counters on stuff as well. Oh, that's cool, Dan. Glad you liked it. Yeah, Pithy, that totally makes sense. Let's see here. Attacking with 2 flyers. We can block. This one has first strike. I guess they both do, so it doesn't really make sense to block. We're going to be able to give this +1/+1. If we get an enchantment, we'll try to grow this. I probably should have been growing this. Attack in there. Yeah, you don't see, you know, the interesting thing, I think it showed that in the Pro Tour. The Badgermole Cubs did terrible in the Pro Tour, and that's because it's a best of 3 environment. And you can really gear your decks against that. So they just did really poorly. In fact, like 40% of the field was Badgermole Cub, and it did not have a very good day 2 showing, which is pretty stellar. Let's see here. So they're going to attack in with all of these. Got 2 creatures here. We're going to get double strike with lifelink. 1, 4, 5, 6 damage. They're going to gain 2. I guess I could just trade that. Let's do that. Well, it was actually pretty popular in my area at the time. I grew up near Gen Con where they actually released it originally. So you had a pretty good group of people that liked playing Magic. It's just the product was hard to come by at the time. Well, that wasn't a very good draw. These last couple here. I think we're in trouble. We just couldn't grow this. We should have put counters on that earlier. Sure. Yeah, Dan, that definitely happens. Yeah, they just got everything on this one. We'll go on to the next. Well, you got to remember that Reanimator deck doesn't rely on the graveyard. Are you talking about the one with the demon? The 6 casting cost demon? The one that actually ended up winning Worlds? Not a lot of people were actually showing up with the what, Mind Bitten, or I guess they called Spider-Man. I know they're two different cards because of the Spider-Man wasn't in paper, or wasn't in digital. I will try this. The Excruciator deck doesn't rely on the graveyard. The majority of the time, they actually cast that Excruciator from their hand. Gets Case's Stash Skeleton down. Okay, we'll start racing some stuff out here. Looks like we're playing the artifact again. Hopefully we don't see a pinnacle. Or 3 pinnacles like we did last time. Snare. Okay. Well, this can stay in play and we get a land. That's going to be a stellar next turn. This is how the deck's supposed to fire off. Battlefront, they're going to find a pinnacle. We could still kill them through a pinnacle here. Alright. I think we got him here. GG's. So Neil, I'm guessing you probably sold out all your Magic cards at one point like I did? I actually did it probably 3 times already. Stopped playing the game for a couple times. It always pulls you back. Oh, okay. Yeah. I see what you're talking about the worlds. Hey, Apathy. I don't typically play Commander, especially not on videos or anything like that. The interesting thing, we'll try it. The interesting thing about YouTube content for Magic is barely anybody, or it's really tough to get people to watch anything but best of one standard. You got to be very notable or have a very successful long running channel for that content to be decently viewed. In person, I like Commander. I just don't play paper very often. Let's know where to run here. Slow him down. Yeah, Dan. You absolutely see that. It is just super fast right now. Get this corpses down. What is the slowest format? Well, Commander is probably the slowest. Also be good, we can double case here. Get 9 points of damage in. Let's attach it to one of our menace creatures. GG's. That was a rough one on them. When you get frustrated with fun decks. Yeah, I get that comment, man. The one thing I always tell people is you shouldn't focus on winning when it comes to Magic. The first thing you should be trying to do is just try to have fun. And I get it's not always fun if you're losing every game, but sometimes the fun is trying to pull off some crazy wacky combo, and it might take you 10 tries to do that, and that might be where your fun comes from. But you just got to understand that having fun and winning doesn't always cross when you have to play specific decks that you just don't like playing. I do play a lot different. I should say I do play a lot of different decks compared to what videos I post, because a lot of the decks I'll play just won't do well with video form, so I kind of tend to not show those as much. Opponent goes first. Do have shelter. We'll try it. Yeah, maybe we'll switch over to a combo deck just to have some fun with it. Oh, you kept most of them. That's cool. Oh, that's awesome. At least you got your old stuff. So in like 2004, I sold off my collection. I actually used it for a down payment for a house, so that was pretty lucrative. And back at that time period, everybody's like, "Ooh, I don't know if Magic's gonna stay around." So I was like, "Yeah, we'll get rid of it now, just so I have the money." Obviously, now that stuff is worth, you know, 8 to 10 times of what I sold it off for. Hey Neil, actually check out the cards. It's a really good set. Um, there's some really fun black cards in there. There's some good cards in there. There might be some broken cards, but it's still early to really determine that. I think they're more like janky win condition cards, and you're only really seeing that because of the pre-release event. I think once we get to the actual, gameplay portion, you're not going to see that as much. Let's do the Scavenger and just get out. I should have done the tap Godless Shrine at that point. Got the 4 down. Do we need to? No. Can enter tapped. We can get the Weaver down. I think we might just diversify. Could have also just went after their core. No, I didn't get into early access. I have to get a hold of Wizards to try to get invited to that. It's an invite only. I'm not technically a streamer either, so that's why I'm trying to stream a little bit more so I can get entered into that. They don't typically give it invites to just YouTubers. Let's put it there. Managed to get rid of that. Let's go wide here. Down to 4. They got a sweep here, which they probably haven't. Yeah, I mean, the early access event's kind of a weird one because you're only able to do it for a very short amount of time. So if your schedule doesn't permit it, you're pretty much just closed. Hopefully in one of the future sets I'll be in it. Oh, that's a bummer. Discard our shelter. We can do case. Fire this up. Hopefully they don't have removal. Oh, seam rip. They can go after the sanctuary. I don't have a ton of faith. Maybe I'll just get this. We'll attack in here. I figured they were going to get rid of this, otherwise I would have just... If they were tapped out, we could have just won it with that. Get this out. Be mana efficient. Couldn't do that before because this would have had to get tapped down. Get that back. Okay, they deadly covered up. They do have one land available. We can Corpse to the Lost and obviously win this. If they have a Hex, that would kill it. Get the Corpses Lost down. We'll attack in. And we win. GG's. Yeah, the video is slightly behind your comments, so I just saw your comments right as the game was won. Do we want to try a combo deck? We can try a Ugin Life Gain combo. It's also Simic with a Ugin Zombify. I haven't played this one in a long time, so maybe we'll give this one a whirl. Oh, I don't know what deck I had selected. So play. Okay, Ugin Life Gain combo. Good. Yeah, I could try the Zombify one next. But you'll like seeing this combo. This one's kind of similar in a sense. It has a really neat combo in it. This is a really slow hand. We're gonna actually mulligan this. We can keep this. We're actually gonna pitch the Ugin. Yeah, the Ugin Zombify one I made up. I have a bunch of Ugin decks. I'll just get that out right away. Hey, Cop. Good seeing you tonight. Appreciate you joining me, celebrating the 6 months on YouTube. We're going to get rid of that thing because that gets out of hand real quick. We need to find a land. Oh, that's cool, Dan. Ooh, that'll kill it. Want to get the tenacity down so that we can get the combo going. Man, we're not drawing good here. Guess we can scry. We got our land. We get another tenacity. I think we do because they got enchantment removal. Oh, we should have drew the land there. Hey, thanks, Cop. Get the tenacity down. If they have the enchantment removal, we might be in trouble. We'll see. That's crazy. The last 6 months really went fast. I was surprised. We'll try to keep it going. I would like to get to a year at least. Yep, there goes the enchantment. And that exiles it too. We get another one down. Next wistfulness, I think we just scoop. So if we draw, do we have it in this deck? Oh, we don't have it. I was thinking we might have the life gain land. We don't have that in this deck. 8. 4, 5. Can only do 3. We need to ramp. Guess we're gonna try getting this down. Don't expect it to live. If we had a way to do 1 point of damage to them, we would have just won with the combo. Or if we would have had a way to gain 1 life. Alright, GG's. We'll go to that Zombify deck we were talking about. Yeah, that enchantment deck's just a bad matchup because they exile the main win con that we have really easily. But that's how best of one works. You just have some matchups that you're just not going to win. This is a little slow and no way to pitch anything. Let's mulligan. Got the Collector's Vault. This is much better. We'll keep this. We want to keep Bitter Triumph. We'll do that, I think. Okay, they're ramping out here. Ooh. We'll just get one down right away. Okay, we're playing against the mill deck. So we're going to want to get Bahamut in our yard so we can blow up the monument. If they want to mill us, that's fine. Zombify was on top. I think I'm just going to go after their land. Yep. We're going to try Collector's Vault, try to find something to reanimate. Really want to get this in the yard, then we can deadly cover it up. But really can't get it in the yard. We'll exile it probably with Ugin if we get there. So we'll have enough mana for Ugin next turn. If we get an Ugin. Alright, that wasn't so bad. Ooh, they got rid of the Bahamut. Pretty good. Really wanted the Bahamut for the... Okay. So we're in trouble now. So if we don't get our Ugin... I guess we need to either get like a Zombify or an Ugin. So I have another one in here, right? Bahamut. I just assumed I did with everything. Yeah, there isn't one in there, actually. Alright. Get rid of that. That's not great. We're going to have to do this. I suppose we could actually do this. 1, 2, get 1. Discard that. Yeah, if we'd only cast this first, we could have gotten it that way. A little bit of a bummer. Yeah, we can play one. Heal. See what we get here. Hey, that's good. So we want to get rid of this monument with the deadly cover-up. Hopefully they don't have a secondary one. Okay. Just get rid of... Ooh, we don't want to do that. Do that one. Go after the River Churn Monument. 2 more in their deck. Okay. We only have 15 cards left in our deck. Got 2 Zombifies. Hey, look at that. We don't have any more Ugins. But we can Zombify an Arden, right? Do we not have an Arden in there? Oh, Arden's in our deck. Okay. Well, let's go with the Terror Eater. So we'd love to draw our Arden or another Zombify. Preferably the Arden. Yeah, definitely. I did that in a recent video, I think. Or I hit the wrong side of that. It might even be the video coming out tomorrow. I'm not sure. Well, they're giving us a lot of cards we can cast. That's not the one we want to draw. Let's do Consult the Stars. Do we have 7 mana? We do. Virtue. Then we'll just get that down. I should have done that during our second main phase, but we're all good. Hey man, I love playing those. I love watching the Janky Glass cannon decks. I just cleaned out all my decks, so I'm not even sure what I all have available to me. Okay. That was a nice card. What did he go after? Oh, Persistence. I think I only have 2 of those in the deck. Curator in hand isn't great. We are 1 land away from casting it, though. Might still lose this game, as weird as it sounds. I am surprised they don't have any man lands. Oh, they grabbed the right one. I suppose they knew what we had in hand, didn't they? So we need to get our Arden. Oop. It's about the best thing we can get, I think. Zombifies. They're getting back in this game, though. We're down to 9. They're dressing us. Well, there goes our Zombify and Arden. Well, we can Zombify Arden. For damage sake, I think we go with Bahamut. I guess it doesn't matter. They're all going to be 5/5. Smith 0. All attack. Just hope he doesn't have another sweeper. Because if he has a sweeper, we are dead. We have a Bitter Triumph, a Terminus of Return, an Archive, and a land left in our deck. They got it. Man. That was a good game for them. All right, Neil. We'll get this fired up here. Oop. See, what should we play here? All right. Yeah, that guy really managed to pull that one out. I was actually impressed with it. No, Dan, they'll never add chat or voice to the game. I know you're newer to the game, so you're probably not familiar. There's another game called Magic Online, which has chat, and it is some of the most toxic environment that you'll ever see. Opponent goes first. Yeah. We'll try it. What the heck? So basically, Magic Online came out before Magic Arena did, and it's still around. But you actually got to pay money for the cards, and you can actually trade them, and you can sell them. It's kind of a jankier version of Magic Arena, but it is nice that your collection's actually worth money. Ooh, is it a Delirium deck? You're ramping out pretty good. This isn't going to be the Tree Folk deck, is it? I don't just keep going for the ramp here. Or for the card draw, I mean. Discard a card. Get rid of that one. Oh, this is your Awakener deck you're talking about.
Never seen an inferno like me before. Takes real skill to make that.
That is a fun combo.
We'll blade through the multiverse. I love making new friends. Don't start the fight without me. Takes real skill to make that.
Ooh. GG's. So 7 mana is what you need to trigger off on that one, huh? That was a fun match. Let's do something different here. Yeah, definitely need a sweeper on that one. But its sweeper didn't even matter that much because he was able to attack in. Sweepers are mostly sorcery speed, and he was able to attack in instant. So I needed to have a way to have instant speed removal on that one. Only has 7 forests? Holy smokes. That is a fun one. I don't think I've seen that deck before, actually. I suppose one counter spell just kind of dismantles that whole thing. Momentum Breaker. We have to discard. Let's discard. There. Force him to discard here. Day of Judgment, Split Up, Memento Breaker, Mirror Form. Sweepers don't bother me. Don't really want to discard. Get our card draw down. Let's discard Rise. Get that on top. Alright, he's almost up to that Mirror Form. Let's do... We don't want any of those to go back to his hand. Get rid of the Mirror Form. Well, this is a control deck, so... Sorry about that, Neil. Gotta get you back for that last game. Did love seeing that deck, though. Let's go with... Let's attack in first. Two life. Blue, black. Blue. Blue. Black. Take Cavero out. Get our Deceit. Gonna bounce our other Deceit. Dan, you're funny. This isn't my original list here. This is one I happened to find on Untapped. It just kind of was a very unique list for control-y type deck. It does have an Ugin in it. That's actually how I found it. I was searching for decks with Ugin. Down to 6. Oop. Gotta pay for both here. Yeah, we don't need to bounce anything. Nowhere to run, okay. Sorry for that annoying noise of the rooms unlocking. That's the fun Unholy Annex bug. Sorry, Neil. Yeah. Unfortunately, it doesn't do much when you have 5/5s. It's such a good spell, though. Hey, Neil, if you could, pick a deck that you think would be really good against a control deck. And I want to try running this deck back. This is the first time I've actually ever played this deck. I just kind of want to see what it does against decks that are better against it. I don't know if you want to pick like an aggro deck or something like that. I'm just curious how this deck works against not the ideal games or whatever. Have a good one, Cop. Good seeing you again. We'll catch you later. All right, we go first. We'll try it. All right, he's got the lifelink attack going on here. Just get that out right away. It's gonna gain 3 life this turn, probably. Oh, more than that. Nice. Now his creatures are bigger. unfortunately, this one goes away. Shelters after the core. Man, that's good. This is a good start. Vanguard's good. We can do... That's unfortunate. We can do 7 damage with that. Bounce that. Reward cost. Try to slow you down a bit. Yeah, I've been starting my streams kind of late. Try to spend the day with the family and then try to stream a little later. That in tapped. We'll get this out. We're gonna go after the ley line. There. You're not dropping any of your flying cards there, or any of your creatures. Okay, build 3 cards. It's a bargain. Actually, we can do that. Get this out, we can discard. Ooh, get rid of that Pride Mate. Don't want you to have that. Discard a card. Let's discard that one. Actually kind of want the land. We can get this down. Get rid of the Vanguard. Got the Ugin out. Start gaining life.
I would mend the wise. Heed my advice.
Got the bat down. Got the whole board here. Let's first do this. Well, do that into that, I suppose.
Energy for your efforts.
We can collect. I think I want to prevent the shelter from going off. He has one in hand. Man, I just feel like a bully now. Hey, thank you, champ. Appreciate that. Get the annex out. It's been a fun 6 months. Really enjoyed doing it. Man, going after my Ugin? Well, we just can't have that.
There is clarity. The focus.
Oh, jeez. I think we're firing on all cylinders now.
Heed my advice.
We can do blue, green, or sorry, see, blue, black, black. Discard it. Turn this on. Back in.
All things.
You had a decent start to that, too. This deck does seem pretty good. Get you to discard that one, too.
Plan bears fruit.
And then this should finish you off with the Unholy Annex. I just felt bad for you towards the end of that one. Definitely interesting gameplay with this. Let me give this to the ladder a little bit. I am sure it's gonna not perform as well as I'm thinking it's going to. Enjoyed the games, Neil? What goes first? We'll try it. We got the tactics. Need to find blue mana. That Deceit really did a lot of work during that game, didn't it? Scavenger. I think we pay 2 life here. Tactics. Oh, we got burnt. Okay. We need to get rid of that creature. Not feeling as good during this game as the last one here. Go and tap there. Oh, sure. Absolutely. Oh, Neil, was that you asking yesterday about a Discord? I got the Discord up. I can actually post it in the Discord. Here's the Discord, but I'll post it into the deck list after this game. Well, I am going to. I'm going to do this just to get rid of that shelter. I'm just getting swamped here, so. We can hex the Scavenger. They'll be able to double this up. We'll still take 6 damage here. They got another Scavenger. See if we can stabilize. I don't think we're going to, though. Tap land ain't gonna help. We need a sweeper next turn, I think is really the only thing we can do. They should just attack all in here. Block the bigger guy. We didn't find the sweeper. I can create a little creature there. We're up to 6 land. We got really lucky with them drawing lands. So here, exile up to 2 target cards from a single graveyard. That player gains 2 life and draws a card. Let's go after ours. Oh, we could have went after theirs. Never mind, I could have targeted theirs and then gave me the card draw. Unfortunately, this comes into play tapped, so we don't have the Ugin yet. This is an instant, so I suppose we can. Well, we can only discard. We can bounce with this if we wanted to. But we'd have to use both of these. So no attack. I feel like we should do something. He has flying. He'll get a +1 and come in. Let's just do this. Wait, 1, 2. No, we can't do that. Man, we just don't have enough land. Are you able to access that Discord there, Neil? After this game, I'll put the deck list in there. We can just cast this. Hold on here. Z. Oh, never mind. I can't cast it that way. Cancel. We gotta do 2 there. There we go. Let's get that. Or that. And we can actually destroy this right away. Well, Ugin's never really a game ender because it can't kill the opponent. The big thing for Ugin is he stabilizes you and allows you to find your game enders with the +3. There's only one of in this deck, though. My turn. Got the core. Let's drop this. Get rid of theirs. We're going to save the core. All right. GG's.
I will not allow my progeny to continue their rampage.
Hey, man, mill decks are fun. They can be. When you're playing them, right? They're usually not fun when somebody else is playing them. Let me copy this list for you. Discord. All right, I posted the list in the deck list on the server or on the Discord server. Neil, were you able to get to the Discord server to find that? Suppose I could do it in chat too, in case anybody's wondering what the deck list is. Oh, too many characters. Never mind. All right, we go first. We have 2 lands. Oh yeah, no problem, Neil. Do you have the Mutable Explorer and Unholy Annex, which is nice? Let's try it. We need to find our 3rd land, obviously. We might be playing a mill deck. We'll see. This will kind of give us a feeling for what we're playing against. Yep, mill deck, Singularity. Mr. Land Drop. That works out good for us. We can find our other swamp that we need for our Deceit to get rid of their singularity. They'll probably find another singularity in the meantime, but hopefully we can get up to Deadly Cover-Up to just get rid of them. Well, if we can't draw land, we can't really do anything here. Yeah, it'd be nice if they did extensions. Let's see here. We can ramp with this. Hopefully we get an untapped land. We can just cast Deadly Cover-Up and get rid of the singularities out of their deck. Well, that's a bummer. Kind of ruined our plan. We only have 4 in there now. Okay. That also kind of ruins our Mind Bitten as well. That ain't gonna do it. Let's just get another Explorer out. I mean, I guess they see what we have in our hands, so it's no real surprise to them anymore. What we're trying to do. Let's attack in. They have counters. Oh, we don't want to do that. We don't have enough in our yard. We'll do. I mean, they know everything we're going to do here. We'll just get this out first. See if they counter it. Alright, they countered. Get the Explorer out. Got the star charts going. I have a feeling we're in trouble. They managed to get rid of their singularity too, which means we can't even get it with our Deadly Cover-Up. We just eliminated one of our win cons. They might have just shut down the deck, actually. I mean, we have cores. That's about it. That can actually do. We got one Sojin. We'll just do this. Get rid of 2 of those. Let's go after their Deadly Cover-Ups. I mean, we could have went after the Split-Ups. They're not playing Monument. Oh, there they are. 2 monuments. He does have a counter in hand. Fire up. Attack in. They might actually have a problem against manlands. Let's try killing them quickly that way. Yep. attack in here. And they're trying to find their win con. I should Cavero the Mutable Explorer. We'll pay 2 life because we can get this down if we wanted to. I shouldn't have done that. Oh well. Okay, they stock up. They do have a ton of Restless Reefs. They threw some in their yard. Let's do this first. Long goodbye. Okay. This is a long draggy game, but I think they're just gonna split out, unfortunately. Jeez. Yeah, we even knew they had that. I think it's best if we just go on to the next one, because we know we're going to end up losing this one. We only have cores to win the game. That's our last win con. Actually, I think we're done playing the there. I think I kind of want to go into Angels. I really enjoy playing Angels. Alright, opponent goes first. We'll keep this one. Seamrip and Ponta Hope are really nice. Got an Oculus deck going on here. Okay, they got their Oculus. We need to find like a Get Lost. Not good. And at least Seamrip there. What do we got that we can go out? Get Lost is like the only thing. Sheltered by Ghost. Yeah, Sheltered by Ghost I think is probably it. I guess we get the Overseer down and try to draw that. Either that or Get Lost. Started another Oculus. No blocks. Yep, not good. Didn't draw particularly anything good as well. I think they got us. They just had like the perfect hand for the double Oculus, double sweep. Man, we're going the wrong direction here. We were getting up there pretty good for a while there. We're seeing a lot of control-y matchups, which makes me want to go really low to the ground. We go back to Kithkin here. Or just go back to Orzhov Skellies. Let's go back to Skellies. Alright, we got turn 1 Scavenger into a Weaver, and then into a Corpse of the Lost. That's pretty good. As long as we draw land, we can do 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep it. We gotta do the other one, don't we? 2 life, we'll get that out right away. We're just seeing a lot of control decks right now. Is this the artifact deck? Seam Rip. Alright. I think we just get this down. We ignore this for now. Kind of want to keep the Seam Rip available for Council. Double Seam Rip. Well, we'll just cast the Corpse next turn. And then we can follow it up with the United Battlefront and then United Battlefront. That's a good... Jeez, they're really going all in. They could probably kill this before it goes any further. Straight up mill deck. This gets double strike, right? We can do Sheltered by Ghost. Alpha Weaver. Yeah, it really doesn't matter. Unfortunately, we can't cast those. We have corpses. We have 2 left in our deck. Yeah, they gotta get lost. That was really good because they get their Seam Rip back. We can give that double strike and then try to hump it. We'll do 1. We're going to pitch that. So this represents 6 damage. Well, double strike, we need to get up to 7, right? Well, we got lucky. We should have just kept that other one on top. They gave us the win con on this one, if this works out. Well, double strike is next turn, never mind. Definitely made a mistake there. Meant to cast the Battlefront. I was thinking double strike was this turn. Yep, GG's. Well, if they're not going to activate it, I'll just concede. Alright. On to the next. Alright, we go first here. Not amazing, but we'll try it. Get that down. I like having 2 Battlefronts. Faithful. That's gonna take a couple turns, so we'll cast that and get rid of it. Get rid of it with the Seamer next turn. Bookworm. Okay. Definitely a graveyard deck here. I suppose we could do Seamrep here, nowhere to run. Then just hope we hit land and then go off with the Battlefronts. I mean, we're probably in trouble next turn. Because if they can get this back into play, counterspell. Nope, just missed that one, Dan. They ended up milling me out. Just was one turn away on that one. Okay, they're going to be able to get their card back next turn. So we're going to have to do this to try to get rid of their Faithful. We could do Sheltered. Get rid of this. Do 7 damage. They're down to 5. Okay, he can bring back a creature now. But that's fine because we have to have a way to pump this though. That's the only problem. Oh shoot, I didn't even notice he had the Awakener. He was able to bring all that back. Dang. Well, I think they got it. Sure. GG's. Not doing good here. These last handful of games. Definitely a bit streaky. Kind of want to play an Ugin deck. Mix it up here. All right, we go first. Not very quick. We'll mulligan this. I like this better. We'll keep it. Probably have to pitch a land. Just saw your message. I'll have to look to see. Do I still have that deck? Otherwise, I'll have to find it. Lumbering Wagon, that's very good. We have to have a way to discard our Bahamut. And get this. Bitter Triumph would be like an awesome draw right now. Badgerable Cub. Alright, they got a ton of mana available. They can actually turn on their World Wagon right now. We're not doing good here. It's not finding the cards we need. At this point, we just need a sweeper. What do we have for sweepers? We have Deadly Cover-Ups. We have Day of the Black Sun. Yeah, pretty much a Deadly Cover-Up is what we need here. Well, that ain't gonna do it. Let me look to see what mill deck you're referring to, unless it's one of my old ones. Okay, I'll have to look on my channel here. Oh, geez, that was only 6 days ago I posted that? Feels like a long time ago. Alright, let me in. I believe this is the deck you're referring to. We'll give this one a whirl. Oh, Ugin Demon Mill. Is this the Ugin Demon Mill? Yeah, it is. All right, we go first here. We got ramp. We got some removal. I like that. Put the tap down, land down first. Okay, it's the enchantment deck. We could hold up a counter next turn. Otherwise, we got nowhere to run as well. This is really nice against the enchantment deck. Seam Rip, they're going to go after the Higher Crag. There's our Rupture. So it's unfortunate we lost that. We could flash this in to kill the Survivor if they try to put another token on it. Ooh. This is a great target here. They don't realize it doesn't have hexproof. But I guess it triggers it, so it doesn't matter because it'll be too large. So they did see that, but... Ease, 10 damage. No. I go on to the next one for this one. He had it. Huh. You know, actually, it's funny you say that, Neil. I used to be a real high-strung person, and and I had a major life event that just kind of changed that. I actually became really mellow and chill after that, and it's helped me quite a bit in my life to deal with stressful events and everything else. It's funny you mentioned that. Just can't take things too serious or too crazy, no matter what it is, because let's face it, like when we're looking at this, okay, let's see here. We got ramp, we got one of the key pieces, and we got nowhere to run. We'll keep this. That's the thing I kind of tell people is, you know, no matter what you're doing, at the end of the day, the majority of it doesn't matter as long as, you know, you're doing things for you and your family, and that's going to take a little bit to get to. Oh, we already have one in hand. Okay, we'll get rid of that. But yeah, it doesn't help getting angry or flustered or anything like that. My wife actually had this was a long time ago actually already, but in her early 30s, my wife had cancer. So got really surprised by it. We found out kind of in the middle of nowhere. It was during a surgery procedure that she was having for something else that we found out that she had it, and they were able to remove it. They caught it like really early on. So got extremely lucky. We'll pitch one of those. We're playing against a Kona deck, I think. Maybe not. So yeah, so basically it was removed before we even knew she had it, and obviously we had to go through a lot of the stuff afterwards and years after, all the treatments and stuff. So, but yeah, it was pretty crazy. Frolic out, or Feardock core, I mean. Yeah, we got really lucky. It was caught. It was a really fast acting cancer, but it was caught really quickly, so we got lucky. Ooh, that sucks. Yep. Yep, thanks. Thanks, Neil. Yeah, we got, we look back at it, and it's just got really lucky with how everything kind of worked out. Kind of want to get this down just for the card draw. Playing against a bringer deck, which is never fun. This is like the worst deck to play if you're playing a mill deck. Let's see here. I don't think there's really much we can do other than maybe a sweeper. They didn't have crazy amount of stuff going on, so they can bring it back, but they can't kill me on the spot. So we can get the core and consult. Let me look to see. There is some counters. We have 3 steps ahead. I think we might try to find that next turn if they don't go off. 3 steps ahead, and we also have Phantom Interference too. We have 2 Phantom Interference, 2 3 steps ahead. Let's see what they do here. They didn't return anything. Which is weird, because you would have thought they would have returned at least their bookworm. Well, there it is. Now we need to draw our sweeper here. We have 2 deadly cover-ups and 3 ruptures. So I think we gotta do... We obviously didn't draw it there. Drop Watery Grave. Pay 2 life and try to find our... one card that can keep us alive, not even win the game. Day of the Black Sun ain't gonna do it. 3 steps ahead is a turn too late. Yeah, they got us. Yeah, it always feels like it's like 1 turn off on a lot of those things before you're like set up to be okay. Let's mulligan that. We'll keep this. We got the ramp going on here. Keep 6. We'll pitch one of these. We also have 3 steps ahead, which is nice. Land. That's good. Starting town down. Ramp up. You got Overgrown Tomb, so they're black-green. Playing the same deck again. Singularity Rupture. Got all the pieces here. Well, we could stop them from finding their piece with that. I think we just let it go. Ooh, Terror from the Peaks. Got the Cavero. They're missing their land drops. We are too, I guess, right? I don't know why they're not attacking in, though. Oh, look at that. They found their solution to get rid of our counterspell. Well, we have a couple different ways we can do this. Fortunately, we have that. But we need 2 mana. We missed our land drops, otherwise we would have had 2 counter spells available. We could have countered Deceit and then countered Mind Bitten. But we missed our land drops. Yep, there's Deceit. Get rid of that. Hopefully they don't have land here. They're gonna kill us just attacking in. Yeah. They got her. They really are hiding on me, aren't they? We'll see what else we can play. Like a couple more games. I haven't played this one in a while. I like the Simic Omniscience deck. It's a fun combo. Johnny Magic. Okay, we got counters. We got Battleship. Let's try it. Okay, we're playing Boros. Either could be the dragon or the just the aggressive. It's the aggressive version. Do that to leave up the counter spell. Take 2. Yeah, they're just gonna pump it. Okay, that will counter. Stock up. Need to find our win cons here. We got 2 land in hand. Probably that. Another Regent. Volt Wave. They might just be on the deck to give me down to 10 life. Okay, never mind. They attacked us in, so... Do this, we can Regent. Guess this would just be better, wouldn't it? Just looking for Kona, and then we can go off. Just can't find Kona. I discard a card. Are you just dead? Yep. We're not having luck finding the cards we need, unfortunately, tonight. All right, Dan. It's been good seeing you. Thanks for chatting with me tonight. I think this is going to be my final game as well. One goes first. Ooh. Got a couple lessons in there. Ton of card draw. Let's try it, I guess. We can bounce their stuff to slow them down. Awesome, Nan. Hopefully I'll see you again. Have a good night. Enjoy your weekend. Alright, we got a couple wisdoms. We can bounce. We can discard a card, draw 2 cards. Let's discard. One of the boomerangs. Okay, we got one of the pieces. We got Omniscience. We're going to start doing some bouncing, I think. Sephiroth, okay. I'll sacrifice one of his. Ooh, that's pretty good. Go after that. We can now get some of our card draw going here. Gotta discard a card. Grand's not bad. Maybe we just get rid of an Omniscience. We don't need 2 of them. Unless they have a discard, then we'll be in trouble. But I don't think they're playing discard in this deck. I guess we could have got rid of Gran. Do that. We'll get Gran down. We're going to do a... Get to the top 5. We found Leaf, or we found a Kona. Got a Boomerang also. We only have the accumulate for card draw. So we need to find one of our dragons with that if we try to go off with Kona next turn. I guess we just block. They could just have removal that they're holding up too. That's the unfortunate thing here. So what we're going to do is we're going to Kona. This is sorcery speed, isn't it? Shoot. Yeah. It's going to die to removal. Oh, Neil, you didn't have to do that. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Thank you, USA. Looking forward to the next 6. Really appreciate everything, Neil. Definitely helps out the channel. Oh, totally missed. I missed my trigger. All because I was seeing that. Surprised by that. Thank you very much. Well, let's just get rid of this. Yeah, they had to get lost anyways. It didn't matter. Really, really do appreciate that. Just to let everybody know, I do have the Discord server, which I just started up for the channel. So if you guys would like to join the Discord server, here I'll post the link to it. Just started it today, so it's fresh. Post any deck lists or anything you're interested in, or just general conversations or anything. Want to really build the community around that. Do we just take 3? Sure. Discard a land. Did find our Kona. Do they have removal? I'm guessing they do. Maybe. Station the Kona. Okay, we got to get really lucky here. No attacks. Put Omniscience in play. We got really lucky there. Well, that was a good way to finish off the day. Well, I appreciate everybody for watching tonight, and thank you again, Neil. I really do appreciate it, and thank you for the games as well. We'll talk to everybody later. Have a good night. Keep watching the videos. We got a fun discard one tomorrow, and try to enjoy the weekend. Have a good night, everybody.